and he sells the guns to the Colombian drug dealer.
Okay.
And he hands him 6 kilos of cocaine for the guns.
This is right before he ends up like doing the whole United States of cocaine.
No,
line, right?
that was his brother, and he was
Okay.
trying to snort Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I love that movie. If you can't tell. Anyway, he picks up the coke, and Nicolas Cage goes, "¿Qué es esto?"
Oh.
and it means, "What is this?"
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
And we now know how Frank learned Spanish.
Anyway, welcome to the Herbalist Podcast. I'm here again with Rob and Dean.
Hi.
Hi.
Not yet, but I will be. Rob,
Uno momento.
uno momento, por favor. We are smoking un poquito mota. If anybody out there knows Spanish, let me know if I did that right. No? Nobody here knows Spanish, apparently.
No.
I said 1 minute, please.
Well, I know uno momento.
Yeah.
But
And then I said,
it's after that. It's
and then I said, we're smoking, obviously. And then un poquito mota means a little weed.
okay.
Supposed to, anyway.
I went to school with all the alternative kids. They didn't give us language.
You
I
didn't
didn't
have the
take
ELA?
Spanish.
What?
Did you have ELA or just no language at all?
No language courses.
Oh, I guarantee you had that. ELA is English Language Arts.
English language art. Oh, yeah.
Everyone
English language
has
arts.
to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
those.
English
Yeah.
language. Yeah.
Hey, you want to know something funny? I failed that one. Failed Spanish, too. Many, many times.
I didn't. I'm surprisingly quite well spoken for someone that sounds like a moron.
Nah, I can't write. I don't know how to write essays and
I hate
papers.
essays.
I hate essays.
I can't write.
I'm not a essay or report kind of person. I can do poems and short stories, though.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So,
I can do creative writing. Not, what the fuck do they call it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what the classification for like reports and essays are. 'Cause people still do those.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. A little
Not
weird.
really. It's kind of converged from, well, not really converged, but converted from just your conventional essays and whatnot to video essays and reports.
Yeah, I read a surprising amount of shit online, too. Somebody had to write that.
Yeah, and a lot of what you read is generally set up like that too, because they got to cite their sources and everything else as well.
Especially I was reading a science article, a couple of them, about that fucking asteroid that they found. All right, anybody want to play Aerosmith? We all know the song. Fuck, what is that song? What's
If
the
I
name of the
remember
song?
right, that was the first time they ever actually had a chart-topping hit.
Was it really?
Yep.
Oh.
Like they had been going around since, I want to say, late 60s, early 70s.
Definitely early 70s.
Yeah.
No, they had a. I don't know if they had a chart topping.
No, they didn't have that level of fame prior to that. Like, yeah, they were well known for things like this and that. One of the most noteworthy performances I'm a big AC/DC fan. This is why this one sticks out. But earlier in the early days, like during the 70s and whatnot, the first time they ever actually played with AC/DC, AC/DC was the
Headline.
opener.
Oh.
Aerosmith was the opener. AC/DC outperformed them by a fucking mile.
Well, shit
Well,
happened.
AC/DC with Bon Scott was its own force of nature.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it really was.
Not even knocking Brian, but like Eddie Van Halen would even tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Brian's voice fits the band, but just Bon in his entirety was kind of
He was the
The f-
he was
yeah.
the quintessential frontman.
Well,
yes.
Well, I mean, you guys know the only reason that Eddie Van Halen was as good as he was is because he caught the pick of destiny in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know way back when they first started playing, Eddie actually played drums and Alex was the guitar player?
I did not.
This was back when they were kids and whatnot.
Well, he actually saw AC/DC in concert, and like the big ferocious Angus was an influence on
Yeah.
him wanting to be
Well,
that big.
Oddly enough, if I remember right, I read it in a Guitar World magazine years ago. The main reason Eddie ended up playing guitar is because since him and his brother were so far apart in age, he couldn't go out and party with him. So he would sit at home and play on his brother's guitar.
Oh, word.
And I think they just kind of eventually switched.
Oh,
But yeah, no, Eddie started on drums.
Please tell me you got that. You got that joke, right? That Eddie caught that guitar pick in the crowd.
oh yeah, the to pick a destiny
Yeah, I
joke.
caught
Yeah.
that.
You went
Okay.
back. Okay, I thought you put a joke somewhere in that
No,
explanation. I'm like,
no.
It was a
was-
Tenacious D joke.
oh yeah,
Yes.
Tenacious D to knock.
Yes.
Me and Eddie share a favorite AC/DC
I have Asmark
album.
too.
Power Age.
You know, I'm not sure if they've ever done this yet or if they ever plan on doing it, but the song Tribute, they talk about the best song in the world.
Yes, they have the best song in the world.
Oh, do they?
It's in the movie. It's at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
They play against Beelzebub, who
And this is
is
the best
Dave Grohl.
song.
I believe.
Is that the one, the battle with Beelzebub?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that is the greatest
I'm
song in
sorry,
the world.
but
Yeah.
Tribute's better.
He said, "Play the best song in the world."
Yeah, that one's from Tribute.
I know.
I love that song.
I always liked Master Exploder.
I used to know the best song in the world. I actually YouTubed that shit and watched it enough times so I could memorize
If
the best
it's
song in the world.
if it's the fight scene between them and the fucking devil, I can't just like offhand recite the lyrics, but if I were to pull it up, I'd remember it word for word.
He goes, fuck, the demon code prevents me. You remember that? Yeah.
Dave Grohl must have had a blast doing that.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Oh, another little tidbit. I'm not. I know you mentioned you've seen it. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but the Queen biopic or what have you.
Bohemian
Nah.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, little tidbit. Do you know who plays their manager? Like the record exec, the one with the glasses and whatnot.
Well, the one that they don't like. Yeah,
The
Mike
one that
Myers.
yeah,
Michael Myers made it into the movie because they wanted him to.
yeah.
Like,
No,
literally
I
because
did.
of all
I
the
didn't-
stuff he did for Wayne World. They're like, no, we want you in
Yeah,
this movie.
yeah, no, because I didn't know anything about that until I saw it in like a
Yeah.
random video clip somewhere, and then another one popped up of a scene with that character,
Yeah.
and I got listening really hard. I'm like,
Oh no, 'cause
that
he's-
is Mike Myers.
He's really genuinely acting in this. It's not goofy or anything
no,
like
he's
that.
he's
like,
a serious role.
yeah.
You
and-
got to listen for it. Like you can only tell it's him in certain phrases and the way he delivers certain things.
But for all
It's
the
like,
stuff he did in the
but for-
movies,
yeah.
they personally wanted
that
him in
movie
the
is the reason why that song got a resurgence.
yeah.
And why actually kind of what brought Queen back into the spotlight again in the 90s and whatnot.
There's a tidbit I won't share about it, but they do it in true
Mike
humor.
Myers actually went so far as to threaten to quit multiple times on that film unless they did Bohemian Rhapsody for that scene.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a perfect song for that scene. I'm sorry.
So they make him the
fucking
record
great
executive
song.
that has the choice over Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep, and basically he's the one that tells him it's not going to be popular because
Yeah.
it's too long, it's too abstract.
I
so-
remember- I
it's
remember
so,
the
it's
commercial
so
for
Comes
that.
fucking
out
great.
even
Yeah.
still to this day. That is on their charts the number 3 top charting song
Of all time.
in British history. I don't know what the other two are, but
Well,
I
oh,
bet they're
British-
Beatles songs.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I mean, even if that is the case, they stand up there with the Beatles. That Bohemian Rhapsody's a great fucking song.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about that. Let's look that up real quick.
I think it'd be of all time, not just like top. Because I'm sure if you go and put top charting in, you're gonna get current
Yeah.
things. But I think you're looking at all time.
I know Muse is up there too for them.
Are they British?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know they were British. I thought they were American for
Yeah,
some
dude,
odd reason.
they would sell out Wembley.
Muse?
Yeah.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. That's a feat.
Yeah, that's amazing because if you think about it in that context, like us as an American population, when we hear foreign music, like even British music for that example, we're only hearing the very smallest percentage of what's actually coming out of that country.
Right.
Because that's got to get to a popularity that spreads across the world, which is fucking hard. Whereas if you then go the extra step and start digging in to those respective scenes, you find a whole fuck ton of music.
Well, one of my
number
favorite.
5 now.
It's number 5.
Wow, number 5.
You guys want to hear what's above it?
I'm probably going to be upset.
Number 4, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Fuck that.
Number 3,
Wait, Ed Sheeran's British?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Then why does he sound American in all his interviews?
It's probably it's probably what charted
know
on
he's
the British
British.
charts.
Oh.
Number 3
Is this of all time?
Well,
all
Hendrix
time.
was more popular in
of
Britain
all
for a
time.
while.
Listen, and you'll understand here in a minute. Number 3, Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid. Number 2,
Like I was just saying, you find out things you didn't know even existed.
Number 2, Last Christmas / Everything She Wants by Wham. And the number 1 British song, number 1 charting British song in history, according to my quick Wikipedia search, is Something About the Way You Look Tonight or Candle in the Wind by Elton John.
Okay. Yes, it's not the Beatles, but it's fucking Elton John. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no. As long as Elton
Elton
John being a tie.
Yes,
hey,
that-
he definitely deserves
It's
that.
definitely the top charting songs in Britain of all time because apparently Justin Bieber is at number 11 with Sorry.
well, of course, Elton John.
Yeah, I think you
beats
might need to
Justin
look for a
Bieber.
different list. Because if that's the case, those are songs that are just charting. Those aren't songs
Well,
that...
it's they calculate it by the single sales.
No, I'm
Did you
talking
question
about
Sir
from
Elton John
the
would
country.
beat Justin Bieber?
Like, Queen's British.
Top charting British. You want me to put
Like,
musicians?
specifically coming out of that country. Because that list you got is also obviously including
That-
American music.
Bowie.
Well, no, yes, it includes the entire world's music. It's basically they're charting single sales. How many singles were sold
As
of
a
this song?
singular musician, probably, I would say.
Yeah, that throws off the
Bowie.
skew. That's why they hit number 5.
But still,
But as far as
in the think about how many singles were sold in back in the day versus now. Like single sales, they kind of hit their zenith, if you will, in the early 2000s when people couldn't stream everything.
no,
but they still
actually,
wanted to download.
singles are the name of the game right now.
I'm talking about sales.
Yeah,
Single sales.
yeah. Singles are the name of the game right now. That's why a lot of labels are having a hard time with everything, with the advent of home recording, streaming, and video services. Singles are the name of the game right now.
Have you ever watched that movie?
I mean,
They've
Wow.
always been that way for pop
not a-
music,
It's
but
not
now
a bad
it's
movie.
What movie?
Singles.
Oh no!
Literally 90% of the grunge scene from Seattle shows up in it.
But yeah, no, that list you brought up, you'd have to filter it down to just British acts.
you wanna know the top 5 British musicians of all time? It
Yeah,
doesn't
actually,
go-
I'm kind of
It
interested.
doesn't
Sure.
go off their singles or anything. It goes off of number of sales.
Yeah, just an overall.
All right. So at number 5, we actually have the Rolling Stones
Okay.
at 200 million claim sales. Number 4, and I love this because it's right above the Rolling Stones, is Pink Floyd.
Of course.
Yeah, that doesn't
With
surprise me.
just over 200 million sales.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
As long as Pink Floyd's in the top 5, that
As long
makes
as
sense.
Pink Floyd beats the Stones, that's all I care about. Anyway, number 3 is Queen.
Okay, yeah.
Or wait. Oh, no, wait. I read that wrong. So number 6 is Rolling Stones. Number 5 is Pink Floyd. Number 4 is Queen.
Okay.
Number 3, I didn't realize there was 6 there. Number 3 is David Bowie.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Respectable.
all 4 of those have an estimated of right about 200 million. There is small numbers that separate all 4 of them. Number 2 is 220 million. So that's a clear number
Yeah.
2. Okay?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I have no fucking clue.
The motherfucking Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. Oh. Huh.
Yeah, that one caught me off guard.
Their
Yeah.
best-selling album, Saturday Night Fever.
I didn't know they were
I didn't know
British.
Saturday Night Flavor was that. All right. We're younger,
All
so.
right. And the
Number
number
one.
one selling artist or act of all time for British musicians at 260 million claimed sales. Cliff Richard.
Who the fuck's Cliff Richard?
Don't know. His best-selling album was Always Guaranteed. But apparently he's been making music from 1958 till present.
Son of a bitch.
Still alive. Sir Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb, British singer and actor.
Wow, I usually know a lot of older singers and actors and stuff like that. Just
He was originally marketed as a rebellious rock and roll singer.
what the fuck?
Hit single Move It. Spanning over 65 years, more than 130 of his singles, albums, and EPs have reached the UK top 20. Wow. That is a lot.
Yeah.
More than 130 singles, albums,
Yeah.
and whatever have reached the UK top 20.
Yeah.
That is. He has achieved 14 UK number 1 singles.
Well, the
Only
proof's
singer to
all
have-
there. I just never heard him.
Never heard of this motherfucker. Oh, he lives in New York now. Devil Woman.
Bowie also is that
Bowie's
somewhere in New York. He chose to be somewhere in upstate New York in the end. Something about
what's the
upstate
song
New
Devil
York.
Woman?
It's actually people really like it.
Is it any good? Do we know this song? I feel like I know this song. 1976. And we don't talk anymore. Damn. See? That's what I'm talking about. You start to read some shit and you learn some things you didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from the whole music thing, we got kind of caught in a tangent there. Sorry. We're supposed to be talking about cannabis, right? Well, cannabis
guess
and
we can
music
talk-
kind of hold
Talk
hands.
about whatever you want to.
Oh, before I move on from music, Rob, did you, I know you did, you,
Yeah, I don't recognize this guy. Neither of those songs.
before we move on from this
Huh.
topic, did you see the reel that I sent you?
Yeah, I've seen that one a few times. That one kind of hurts my soul.
Did you see it? This is the most recent reel. Hang on, if you haven't seen it, we're gonna get a live react here real quick.
Yeah.
Here we go, Dean. This
If
this
you
might
haven't seen this yet, my
this
deepest
might hurt.
condolences.
this might hurt a little bit.
It offends your senses as a guitar player.
Here, take the phone. See what?
Make it all the oh my.
He's invisible pain.
Oh my god. It would just be like, what the fuck?
I would be
What the fuck?
so mad.
It gets worse. Did you see the bathtub?
Oh my god. She put oh man.
I put on the next episode of True Crime. Woman found dead. This woman went through and straightened all the knobs on the guitars and turned all the, you know what I mean?
Everything would be everything would be fucked.
Yes.
Everything. And then she thought it was a good idea to give a bath to the electric guitar. Dude, I really hope this was just set up like a setup video.
I really hope
I
so.
really hope she wasn't thinking that this was actually helpful.
Well, I've never experienced it, but I've heard stories from other guitar players over the year of them running into someone that was dumb enough to adjust all the tuning pegs so they were in a straight line. It's like, there, I fixed it for you. So that one I've heard
Really?
of. Yeah. People are dense sometimes. I've never experienced it. Who knows? That could be just one of those old wives' tales. Like somebody knows a guy who
Yeah.
knows a guy that happened to.
Yeah, that's possible. All right. So, moving on from severe trauma for these two. I'm in a room with musicians showing them basic. What would that?
It's fucking blasphemy.
It's fucking blasphemy.
I was gonna say that's a horror movie for you, isn't it?
Pretty much. Well, I saw one that was worse the other day. It was when your lead guitarist steps out of line. Not only did they do all that stuff, but they also took the batteries out of their wireless pack.
Oh shit.
It was either their wireless pack or one of their pedals. They went to one of their guitar cables, undid the sheathing on it right here, and then snipped that little wire that actually makes it work and wound it back up, plugged it back into the thing. It's just no. But no,
Why?
I don't know.
Were they having an argument?
I don't know, but that's fucking evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, no, you know how many hours that is to re-get that?
I know.
Not only do you got to retune the instrument, you got to readjust the whole tone setup that you had
And some
going.
amps are so sensitive. If you don't write that minute detail down,
You're not going to get it again unless you just keep doing it,
Yeah.
which could take days or months.
Damn. Whew.
yeah, because some have sloppy controls and other ones, like
Are, like,
Mesas.
Very
As
precise.
soon as you move it like this, you can change the whole fucking thing. Like,
Fuck that.
It all depends on the make and model of amp and whatnot.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. So
Yeah, this is why I haven't talked the last few episodes.
you've been listening to horror music?
No, because we get derailed.
Oh, that's fine. To be honest with you, it's better. It helps fill the segment. If you remember last
Jesus
week,
Christ.
if you remember last week, I
Like
mean,
maybe a half
last
hour.
week you were a hurt
yeah.
unit.
Well, I mean, but I got through all my
Yeah,
topics
then-
so quickly. You know, I didn't have any noise from the peanut gallery, really.
Yeah, no.
Peanuts.
I
But
just
anyway.
been dealing with some shit.
Anyway, do you want to talk about it
No.
on air
No.
for 5 or 10 people to hear?
No. That's still far too many.
I love
Hey.
all 5 or 10 of you. You're great.
So do I.
You're
You
fucking
get-
great.
It's honestly, it's just great having regular listeners
Yo,
that
Rob,
Right.
if
pop in every
That's-
once in a while. If you guys could leave a comment in one of these videos or something, just to be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we exist," that'd be fucking great. And we're honestly not all that good about checking the channel itself for any notifications.
yeah, we have 98 new followers, or not new, but we have 98 followers on the Facebook. I checked it. the
Yeah,
other
I haven't had time to get on there and do anything with it.
day. I gotta post the stuff, the links to it.
I have at least shared the last episode or two.
Yeah, I need to share them through the Herbalist. I keep sharing them through my own personal page, but I forget to go onto the podcast page and share them through there, which would help. You know,
I think there's a way you can link share it.
that'd be nice, so I don't have to do it for both.
I'll have to look at it again because I use it for some of my music stuff and whatnot.
Nice. But so moving on from real quick. First of all, that's the episode name, 5 or 10. And
5 or 10?
Secondly, if
Is
we
it 5
ever,
of 10 or 5 or 10?
5 or 10.
5 or 10.
So secondly, that's going to be a running joke. If we ever get more listeners, and even if we ever get massively popular where we've got like 1 million, it's going to be 5 or 10.
5 or 10.
There's only going to be 5 or 10.
About 5 or 10 of them.
We got about 5 or 10 listeners. Even if we got like millions of listeners, even if the entire world's listening to us, that's what
5
we're
or
going to
10.
say. We got about 5 or 10 people listening. You know what I'm saying?
Only 5 or 10 of them.
That's going to be a running joke from now on. Anyway, so, in other news, New York State has approved 74 more cannabis licenses in the state. And good news for anybody out there still waiting. I know a couple people are. They only have 150 applicants from November of 2023 left to go through. Which means they're about to move on to December of 2023. But if anybody remembers correctly, that's right about when the application period closed. The application period closed December 17th, 2023. So you only had a very small window to apply
Right.
for it. You had to have everything ready and all this other bullshit. It's one of the reasons why I didn't get a license is because in order I needed a whole bunch of stuff in place when it got time.
The universe decided to bring you to some people that did have licenses, and you're
Yeah,
thriving.
kind of. You know, we're working on it. But yeah, so they're almost through all the November applicants, and then they're going to get to work on the December applicants. So, you know, if you're in that group of people, don't worry, your time is coming, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully.
Bureaucratic red tape.
Fucking New York State. Oh, man.
You know, it's sad. I might have to put my coffee in the fridge later and save it for tomorrow at some
Why?
point. So I don't think I'm going to finish this.
It's
Fucking-
that
Is it too
powerful.
caffeinated?
They gave me rocket fuel, and I like my coffee strong. That's saying a lot.
So
Thank you, Duncan.
I'm gonna be
It's either I'm going to get to the point where I've got the extreme zoomies and have to put it down, or my stomach's just going to be in knots. One of the two. It does not bode well.
I just think of the Ralphie May thing where he had him make him a big cup because espresso's coming low. He's like, no, put that all in me. He's like, and I finished this cup of coffee, and I instantly just shit myself.
That might be the case because the look of like sheer concern and I
From a-
fucked up that she gave me when she said she put a little extra in there on accident was alarming. I wish I could apologize to my coworkers in advance. I might be fucking bouncing off the walls. Who knows? Maybe we'll be busy tonight and it won't affect anything.
Yeah. So, those licenses, 6
Yes.
of them went to distributors, 10 of them went to micro businesses,
Oh, wow.
39 to processors, and 16 more retailers got approved.
Still a lot in the end, a small number.
Yeah, there are now 1,510 cannabis businesses in New York State,
Wow.
licensed cannabis businesses, willing to do business legally. Not all of them are operating, obviously. Some of them just got their fucking license. Like my buddy Dom, he got a micro business license. He's going to be, I don't know where his store is. He's going to have a small farm and a store. He makes probably the most high-end fucking hash rosin I've seen in quite a long time. So when he opens up, I highly recommend going and visiting
Oop.
Dom.
Oh, okay. My mic is still on. Sorry, I couldn't remember if I shut my mic off or not. So I had to test it. I'm somewhere
Hang on.
between extremely stoned and wired, so I'm fucking
Hang on.
out of it.
I'll be right back, people. You can leave the mic running, though.
You can leave right.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Took my coffee.
You took my coffee.
Just separated Rob from his caffeine for
I
a
actually
minute, that's
haven't.
all.
I haven't touched it since we started rolling. That's the problem.
I'm fucked.
That's the problem. That thing. Oh, fuck me running. Buckle up, kids. It's gonna be one of those days.
Benjamin?
Oh, yeah, that might work. You need the Benjamin.
You're like, here, sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire.
Is it a sativa? Don't give him a sativa.
No, I got shit to do after this, so probably the extra caffeine isn't a problem right now. We'll wait
Yes.
till all my shit's done first.
Oh, hey, you, I gotta, so I'm gonna be making some pies.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
little
right.
personal apple pies. Apple. They're gonna be really nice and strong. Apple flavored. They're gonna be strong apple flavored. If anybody would like one, just, let me know when and where. Kind of thing. Just saying.
We should tweak the recipe a little bit, because if I remember right, they were still kind of really taste heavy.
Strong with the flavor.
Yeah.
Strong.
Maybe we can find a way to mitigate that a bit more this year.
I don't know. I really don't know. I got nothing.
I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Extra herbal. Apple.
They're gonna be calorie infused.
Calorie infused. High calories.
Yeah, one of those pies is pretty high calorie, I'm not so sure. if you
How's that one guy put it?
They're
What?
hippie calories.
Yeah. Stoner Gump. Dude's funny as shit.
Hippie calories. It's gonna have a high. They're gonna be very. They're gonna have a lot of hippie calories. And I'm gonna eat one.
Like that
Nah,
guy
I'm gonna
consumes
take
way
one.
more than we do, and I saw him talking about a 4,200 sized one day. He's like, "That's 220 a square. Who needs that?" And I don't blame him.
He doesn't actually. He doesn't. He might consume more than you and Dean, but I know I smoke more than that guy. I can tell from the way he does things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his shit's for show. He's like
That's what he does.
This is a bowl or bong smoker kind of guy, and then those videos is when he smokes the most of his weed. Or I mean, he doesn't do it on the video, but
Yeah, 'cause that's what he does for a living, isn't it? He's that just
no. He works. He renovates houses and shit. He goes in. I think his dad or whatever owns a whole bunch of houses, or they work for a company that does. But he goes in after these people destroy apartments and he guts them. And yeah, that's where his original videos came from. They are so gross. You would not believe the
I have
things
an
he goes
inkling.
in like a
I have an
bodysuit, like a hazmat person. Like, I'm not kidding.
I used to work at Riverview Apartments. I've seen things.
And like he'll even, like, there's some videos where he'll go as far is to wear old clothes and one of those bodysuits, and then he comes outside in the video, and it's like fast forward, and he changes and whatnot before he'll even get in his truck, and then I think he burns the clothes.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And then he got a comment one day, hey, do you keep anything that you find in these houses? And he was like, let me just show you. And he's wearing one of them bodysuits again, and he goes to get in this house, and he has to physically, like, hit the door with his shoulder to push the garbage out of the way to open the door.
Yeah.
And then he starts walking through it, and, no. He's like, would you keep anything from this place? Hell no. Hell no. Cockroaches, probably fucking bed bugs, fucking rats, you name it. I think one of his videos there was fucking snakes coming out of the wall.
Well, that's fucking a little much, but snakes.
But yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He, I mean, a job like that, you gotta. I'd smoke weed too. I'm just saying. But yeah, so 74, those motherfuckers are opening up. I'm gonna make some apple pies and hand them out to people that I like, and damn sure give them to some fans if you guys ever hit me to fuck up. I mean, I'm gonna be making them over the weekend. I'm just saying. Fucking let me know you're here. Get an apple pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so fuck. Wife's gonna kill me. Thank God she doesn't listen to this podcast. Anyway. So down to the shop, we're doing pop-ups and everything all the time. Probably you guys probably wouldn't want to come see us where we're doing our pop-ups. So most of the pop-ups have been in like Buffalo, New York City, that kind of thing.
Far away.
But if we ever do one close by, I will certainly let you know so you can come out and meet some of the guys from Rec Roots, know who's packaging your weed and whatnot, who's trimming it, who's growing it. Most of the guys that go to the pop-up, well, no, we got one guy that goes to the pop-up that handles, well, no, hang on. We got one that goes that handles cultivation and one that's mostly trimming and packing. And that is Hanch. He's trimming and packing. And then Quay, if you remember correctly, Quay works in the greenhouse most of the time.
Yeah.
So we actually have both ends of the spectrum. I didn't realize that. So you could literally go talk to him about anything. You know what I mean? Because let's be serious.
Chill dudes. They'll talk to you.
Oh, yeah. But let's be serious, guys. Cultivation, it's a full-time job. Trimming and packing, full-time job. You know what I mean? Like, you can't... there's rare occasions where one department is kind of done with something and they go and help the other department. But a lot of the times, there's a lot to do in both departments. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Big things are coming, hopefully, soon. I know there's a new dispensary that just got licensed in Corning. They're buddies of the owners down there, I guess. Well, I don't know if they're buddies like that, but they definitely know each other. It's probably from the business space, if you will, but you know, they could be old friends. It is a small town after all. It's only up in Corning, you know. Fucking, I don't know. I know a lot of people from a lot of places. Like I said, my buddy Dom got a micro license, you know.
For him.
So, but anyway, I think it's Culture Canna. It's up in Corning. I'm not exactly sure where in Corning, but they are a licensed dispensary. They will be open next week or maybe this week. I don't know. They might be open on Friday. Probably next week, though. I'm not sure. I know we're getting their order around and shipping it to them soon, so I know they're going to be open soon. But that's pretty cool.
So if you want to try the stuff he's talking about, take a trip out to Corning here in the near future.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're one of our Corning listeners, that'll help.
You won't have to go very far.
We've got a place already that sells our stuff down in Waverly, Hazy Days. You know what I'm saying?
I keep hearing commercials for them all the time.
Yeah.
Their commercials actually make me laugh because it actually kind of makes me wonder. Because in it, near the end, they talk about in case of overconsumption, call poison control and whatnot. And I just chuckle to myself. It's like, what are they going to do? Tell them just to eat something and go take a nap and they'll be fine?
I mean,
what else can you do? Like me and another coworker, I brought it up, and he started smoking like right around the same age that we did. So it was.
Do you have a comfy blanket?
Everything's legal. I was like, yeah, we had to find all that out the hard way. I can only imagine those phone calls. I think I consumed too much. He's like, do you have any other plans for the rest of the day? No. Go eat something, lay down, and you will be fine.
He said, I think that motherfucker died. Man, that motherfucker didn't die. He's asleep. He's going to wake up in 45 minutes and eat everything in your fridge.
Pretty much. That is the one beauty about this. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to take a nap.
Honestly,
in the beginning days, manual breathing's a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to learn.
Yeah. Like you gotta breathe, people.
There's a helpline for new stoners now. It's kind of weird.
But
it's like, I can't breathe. What do I do? Just focus on it. Think. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. You have entered a state we refer to as manual breathing. You have to consciously think.
What
about
the spinning,
now.
Motherfucker? We're working on the breathing right now.
Don't think about the spinning. Get your breathing down. The spinning will go away.
Close your eyes.
I can't. That makes it worse. I usually just fixate on something and just focus on breathing. Like, nope.
That doesn't happen anymore, though, unless
it's
edibles, isn't it?
No, actually, edibles.
A large amount.
No, edibles will just put me straight to sleep first.
Dude, edibles. So.
Man, you got paranoid off your own edibles one time.
Some blunts together.
That's usually what does it.
Yeah, hard blunt hits and then hard real dab rig hits together. That'll do it sometimes.
Yeah, like I only get the spins and stuff when I'm actually smoking stuff. Edibles, no, they'll just if I have too much of those, I'll just I'm asleep. Yeah. I'm useless for the day.
So
I'm taking a long nap. I've done that before.
Edibles put me to sleep on the come down. They always put me to sleep when I start coming down from them. Oh. But if I do it right, I can eat an edible and I'll be up fucking stoned for like 8 or 12 hours. And during that time, if I eat enough edibles, manual breathing and severe paranoia will happen.
It still happens even with the pros, kids.
Yeah, it does.
But I have to eat a ridiculous amount.
We're just seasoned to know how to handle it. No, honestly,
I'm not gonna
actually,
lie. Sometimes it's like the first time every time when the spins and the fucking manual breathing hit at the same time.
yeah, that's hell. I hate the spins, but no, that's actually why I prefer like the gummies and whatnot every once in a while, and peanut butter cups, something I can just have like a piece of it and maintain a nice buzz the whole day versus fucking nodding out. So, I mean, I don't mind a good stoner nap every once in a while, but you know, I like getting shit done in my day.
Well, if you want my honest opinion, Rob, sometimes you try to do too much in a day. Sometimes you need to just sit there stoned on the couch. Not all the time, just sometimes.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that a little bit here and there when I can. Just take like an hour to sit there.
Yo, you do realize that was the ultimate pot calling the kettle black, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I do too much in a day, okay? I can't even fucking go take care of my plants the way I want to.
Where's my slinky? There's my slinky.
Slinky.
Slinky. I got a slinky.
This break has been brought to you by marijuana.
Yo, I've been playing with this thing for a few days now.
It's got to be
One
pretty
of the-
rough by now.
Oh my god.
One of the bartenders I work with, I guess one of her tables gave him to her, and I got so fucking excited that it was a slinky. She gave it to me. It's got a little face on it too, and it's pink.
Smiley face Slinky.
It's kind of worn out because I've been playing with it. It's become my new fidget toy. I got back into playing arena, and I'll just sit there and fiddle with this. I actually got to start using my hand exerciser because I've noticed I've fallen out of shape with my playing, considering I haven't had time to sit and work with my drills. That's one thing I wish some people understood, like the act of playing an instrument. Yeah, it looks impressive and whatnot, but people don't realize how much standard upkeep it takes just to maintain that.
Yeah. There's a lot of upkeep on everything. What in the fuck is this?
I've had hybrid moments stuck in my head for like 2 days. It's a 2-minute song.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I think I got a few bands getting ready to release some new stuff. Whitechapel released a new single within the last few months, and they started going back to their old sound. And oh my, is it fucking good. Revocation dropped a new single, and Allegiant got another new single coming out. So I
Nice.
think they're all getting ready to drop some new albums. So I got some new shit to
The
listen
band
to. here
I'm
soon.
waiting for a new album from is Acid Bath.
Yeah, you mentioned that there's a possibility you might get a new one. Frank's doom scrolling looking for something, and we're just kind of filling the time with a random conversation.
Yeah, I was actually looking for.
You need to put some prep time into this, bud.
Nah, it was something that I just saw this morning that I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Something new.
Yeah. Can't remember
But no,
what
I
it
need
was.
to.
It was a post about California with their legal market and everything. So everyone touts, California's epicenter of pot and everything and blah blah blah. So I read an article this morning. There are now more defunct and non-used cannabis licenses in California than there are operating people. There are more closed cannabis cultivation sites in the Emerald Triangle than there are open
Wow.
cannabis cultivation sites.
Why?
Price.
Well, yeah, I should have figured that. Location.
So California, with their taxes, is just ridiculous. They have strangled an industry that they have tried to champion. And because of that, California cannot compete with an illicit market. Because think about it, when I don't have to pay for regulations and whatnot that are severely overpriced to begin with, my costs are cheaper.
Yeah, that's essentially what it comes down to on a consumer end. It's like, yeah, the state kind of screwed that. Has such high prices for the businesses, they got to mark their prices up, and most people are like, "Why should I pay this when I can go here and get it for this price instead?" So yeah, they can't compete.
So do you know what's been happening here in New York because of it? We actually created a new agency this year to start policing dispensaries, legal dispensaries, that have illicit product on their shelves. New York State created a department. Most of the illicit product is coming from California.
Oh.
It's being shipped here.
Oh shit.
That is illegal as fuck. And then black market operators are getting a hold of it and talking to these dispensaries and whatnot and getting a workaround done somehow, some way to get that on the shelves. It's either through a processor, a black market, something.
This whole headache would go away if they just make it federally legal.
Yep. And this whole headache would go away if states stopped strangling the industries that they're trying to champion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a budding industry, kind of just like alcohol. You really think alcohol back in the day when it became legal again after it wasn't legal, you really think they were making profits right out the gate? They had to shut down the illegal operators. You know what I'm saying? Did you hand this to me? I think I've been chilling with it.
I'm good.
I'm fucking stoned. But yeah, so yeah, we created a new division just to police that. Make sure that there's no illicit cannabis in the legal market. Because so much of it's getting shipped here from fucking California and whatnot. It's kind of wild.
Marco.
Polo.
Here you go.
You look like you were going to say something. And then you just kind of stopped.
Absolutely nothing important. I've just been playing with my slinky.
But yeah, so that's basically all I had for this week. I was gonna ask Rob, I know he's doing some editing. Do you have anything coming down the pipeline, or care to share what you're working on? I think you're doing a project for somebody.
That, I don't know how much I can really say about it. I actually haven't discussed that end of things. I've just been kind of making said stuff for him. But
well, we could still say you're working on a project for a buddy, right?
It's a combination of over the course of hopefully the next few months, I got that back catalog. I got the new, I guess you could say, I don't really think you'd call them collaborative because I did all the writing on them, but more commissioned pieces, and I've got a few other newer ones. One of them is not really new to me at all, or you, because you've heard it a bunch already, but it's going to be new to the world. So I've probably got 12 new tracks coming out over the course of time.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Some of them have been sitting on the back burner for a long while.
Yeah. I've seen your editing posts lately, so I figured you were working on something.
No, that's for the Mike's thing. That kind of stuff I'll do more of a social presence for, just so he can get a chance to interact with it, share it, and use whatever he likes for promo on his end. my stuff I've kind of kept quiet on now that I'm going to have the time. And honestly, I've learned a few new tricks recently, and it's made a huge world of difference. So a lot of the back catalog portion of things are going to be pretty raw and rough, but I don't want to take the extra time to re-record and redo things. I just want to get them out as is, let them be somewhat unpolished and raw. That's fine.
Well, if I remember correctly, a musician once told me that he never finishes things. He just gets to a point and puts them out.
Puts in a band, yeah. A lot of great art's never fully finished. It's just abandoned. Because if you really think about it, if you want to get something perfect, you can continually find things wrong with something. Be like, no, it's not ready. No, it's not ready.
But if you do that, at one point, so you got to go with the thing. If you do that at one point, it probably was perfect, and now you're fucking with perfection.
Exactly. That's when you get to that point, you're second guessing yourself and changing things.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna second guess.
I've just procrastinated because external circumstances, and that's still kind of on me. But now I've got the time, and I've got a few new tricks to make things sound even better.
I made Rob stand up to get his coffee, trying to burn some of that energy.
And I've also restrung and got that 8-string in tune, so that's going to be making a feature here soon.
Hell yeah.
I've kind of kept quiet. I've got a new potential colleague.
We have an audio thing that we have told these listeners about many, many times, and we got to get out to them.
Yeah, I know. You need to get back down here for editing, and
I know.
Now that I've got time freed up, I can finish my end. Ooh, I got to get a hold of him about that, too. I forgot Zach had one for it as well.
So, yeah, hopefully that'll be along soon, ish, within the next, this year. It'll be 2025 that we get that out, hopefully. At least an episode.
Yeah, that'll be doable. Because, again, I don't know fully how much content there's going to be to
at least one episode we could do. The first one. I mean, we already previewed a little bit of it, you remember?
Yeah, because I think mine comes in somewhere close. That one that I have finished comes in close to 15, 20 minutes end to end.
No shit. All right. Well, on that note, I think we will leave you there for this week. Dean, do you have any closing thoughts?
Oh, no. Just everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. See y'all later.
Later.